I know that obviously the G spot is like in your ass. I get that, but this is what's so annoying. Just like
what's annoying?
Like
he has a G spot in his bum.
Like no, like why go find it somewhere else when your girl's waiting for you at home?
I thought you said his girlfriend wouldn't do it.
Why not just break up your girl and go?
Oh, I see. Because
do you know what I mean?
Because you may still love her.
No,
it's not okay to cheat.
No.
What do you mean no?
No. I just...
So do you know what's really funny? Earlier in this conversation, you said you really understand men. And through this conversation, you do not understand men.
I do.
No, you don't. Because the fact I just said, because he still loves her, and you're like, no. Right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you believe a man can love a woman but still have sex with someone else?
No.
You don't understand men. You don't. Not even close.
How's that even... I mean, do you mean like previous love?
No, I mean, can a man love you
and then cheats on someone else
and have sex with another woman, and it doesn't affect how much he loves you?
I mean, he can still love her. Yeah. Say like you've got that bond, and then he does something messy and then comes back and still loves her. Yeah, but that isn't right.
I'm not saying it's right, but I just asked if you can
I wouldn't call that love, because why not just focus on one person?
This is my point. You're looking at things from the female lens. And so I understand why you think that. Because for you, you're like, if I love you, I don't want to be physical with anybody else. That's generally how women are.
But men want to have options.
No, men are not like that. A man can love you and want you and choose you, but he can still have a desire for other women. I'm not saying cheating is okay.
This is the issue though.
Well, then you better not be with a man.
No, this is why it's so messed up, because the way that you're speaking, it's like it's okay for men to have options.
That's not what I said.
But it's normal for men to...
It is normal for men to want sexual variety, yes. Yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay for anyone to cheat. No,
it's not.
Because when you're cheating, right, you're lying, right? You're saying, hey, I'm exclusive to you, but you're going against your word. That's wrong. But if a man says, hey, we're together, but I may exercise options, which some men do, right? That's not cheating. If you say, okay, you know what, fine, I accept it, right? Like your man was like, you're an ass twerker, I'll accept it for now, but I want it to change. A girl might be like, okay, cool, I accept it for now, but for the future, I want this something to be different. Fine. That's not cheating. That doesn't mean he doesn't love her any less. That doesn't mean he doesn't choose her any less. That doesn't mean he doesn't have a level of affection and investment in her. But men don't invest with their sexual time. They invest with their time, attention, financials. It is women who invest with their sexual time. That's why if you love a guy, you can't have sex with someone else because you love him. Men are not the same.
But men only think with one thing, so...
They don't only think with one thing.
That's what happens a lot, though.
I mean, yeah, men have a sexual desire, sure. Just like women. But here's the thing, men's and women's sexual desire it's polar opposite, but it's complementary. So for you, like when you love someone, you want to be with, and tell me if I'm wrong. If you're different, tell me you're wrong. But usually for a woman, when she loves someone, she can't even see herself being physical with anybody else. That's why cheating for women and for men is very different. Because if a man cheats, what he did was wrong, but he can still love the woman, be like, you're the person I want. I messed up. If a woman cheats, that relationship is done. Because for her to get to a point where she can be intimate with someone else, where she can allow someone else into her, she has to have emotionally clocked out of that relationship. So if a woman cheats, relationship is done. If you're the guy and your woman cheats, that's done, bro. That is done. There's no coming back from that. Rarely. There's exceptions, but rarely. But for a woman, if a man cheats, you as a woman, you decide whether you can come back from that or not, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't love you.
But I feel like if a female does cheat on a guy, it's because the guy doesn't know how to pleasure her.
Oh, so it's his fault?
Yes. Come on, man. You don't know what you're doing nowadays.
Where is the accountability? So when a man cheats, he's the issue. He's a mess.
Yes,
but when a woman, when a woman cheats, right, it's still his fault?
I'd say so. Because
where's the accountability?
Do you know how many guys don't even know where the G-spot is for a female?
You literally just told me a situation of a woman who wouldn't even go to a man's G-spot, and then you wondered why he went somewhere else.
I got a lot of stories.
Hold on,
everyone
okay,
thinks
so
differently.
okay, so hold on. You know, you said the example, right? That his girlfriend wouldn't do that with him, so he went somewhere else. That's her own fault then, because she didn't go to his G spot. No.
No, I mean, I think he's actually gay. That's the thing. But you
So
know,
if a woman
because
won't go
I
to a
feel
man's
like-
G spot, it's because he's gay. But if a man doesn't do it, it's his fault. Kiki, you're better than this.
No,
You're
like
better than
what
this.
I'm trying to say is like
I hope your man's watching this.
he's gonna watch this.
He's gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Good. He needs to know.
Well, it's sad. The communication thing is just not here. But right, a lot of men focus on themselves, and if they get what they want, then it's fine. Like, say the guy's finished within 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're only talking sexually. Yeah, sure.
I'm trying to say that obviously you're not thinking of your partner and you don't want to pleasure her.
Does she communicate that she's not satisfied?
Well,
So
I don't
then
know.
who's the
You need to
communication
ask
issue actually
population.
with?
This is the communication thing that I was talking about earlier. Like,
Have you ever
this is
communicated
why.
to a guy that you weren't satisfied in the bedroom?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
So likely then there have been times where you've not been satisfied and you've not communicated that.
I mean, most of the time I'm literally faking a moan. So, you know,
So you haven't communicated it.
I don't care about those people, you know.
But the point is you've not communicated it.
It depends what situation it is, you know. Like, if it's someone that I'm actually going to marry in the future, I'm going to communicate.
So why would you have sex with a guy that you don't care to be satisfied from?
For example, so there's a guy that I used to obviously meet, but like we had the bond there.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, it's hard to explain because
It's not hard to
obviously,
explain.
like, I just feel like this is why I feel like men think with their dicks, because as long as they're good and they bust a nut, it's fine. And that is it, game over. Like, you know, whereas for a female, you know, the man needs to explore, you know. I don't know. I just feel like this is why this generation is so messed up, because there's a lot of open relationships happening. And it's because they want that pleasure from somewhere else. They want it to be interesting. They want to try new things, you know. And I get that some partners do have that attraction by watching their partner get pleasured. But I never understand the whole mindset, because to me, why not just break up and go enjoy yourselves out there? You know, it's just, yeah, I don't know.
I think that I'm gonna be real with you, Kiki. Like your perception of the way you think men love, and in terms of communication within a relationship, it's so warped from your experiences that like you don't even realize. You're like, oh, if a man cheats, it's his fault. If a woman cheats, it's his fault. You then said about communication. I said, if we acknowledge that it's harder to be satisfied as a woman, do you communicate that to your man? Because how is he going to know if you don't tell him? And you're like, no, but then, you know, all of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. You then said, you're like, well, if he doesn't hit her G-spot, then that gives her permission to go elsewhere.
I didn't say permission.
Okay, but you said it was his fault. That's why she went elsewhere.
I can see why.
Okay, well,
if it happened to a female.
Sure, but then 2 minutes ago, right, prior to saying that, you literally gave an example of a man in a relationship where his woman wouldn't go to his G-spot, and so he went elsewhere. And you said that was an issue. And, you know, or like you said you couldn't understand that. You're like, why didn't he just break up with her?
Yeah, because he wasn't even happy. He didn't even love her.
How do you know?
And he was talking to me. I'm not going to say her name, but he was saying, I don't even like this girl. She's jarring, da-da-da-da-da. Like,
so why do you think he stayed?
Why? Because he's not getting what he wants.
No. Why do you think he stayed in a relationship with her?
Stayed. This is, I mean, go and ask him, you know. I feel like many guys just want something there just to say they got something there. You know, if they want a bit of, you know, then they know that it's there daily. And that's the thing. They don't need to love a girl. They just need to put it inside. and
You think that's
pretend.
you think that's all it takes for a man to commit to a woman?
Guys know exactly what they're doing, you know.
In what sense?
You know, they literally just pick a breathing object and shove it in, literally.
Wow. So what makes your man so different with you?
He's different. He is different.
Oh, really?
Yes. I think what helps, it's not a good thing, but obviously what helps is that he's been disrespected in the past by females, and I've obviously heard the stories and where I've been disrespected.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you've gone through the similar thing, like, it helps with the bond because you're opening up to each other, you know, and you just kind of, obviously, yeah, there's going to be trust issues. Obviously, we're working on it because obviously, like, say, like, even yesterday for the booking, I was in a car, took a picture of the car, like, on the motorway, and he's like, who's driving the car, you know? And obviously, I completely understand because obviously his ex was, like, wild.
Did she cheat on him?
I'm not going to say.
I'm gonna take that as a
But,
yes.
if
If not saying you to say, you're not confirming. If she did, is that his fault?
No.
Why?
Because this is where I'm not backing one gender, because
You are.
some people, this is where it's sad. Some people are just so unstable that they don't know what they're saying and doing.
So you're saying that she didn't know what she was doing?
She wasn't very nice.
But maybe because she's a bad person.
Well,
Because some men are good, some men are bad.
yes.
Some women are good, some women are bad.
Yes.
Yeah?
I get that, yeah.
Okay, so some men cheat because they're selfish. Some women cheat because they're selfish.
I guess so.
Anyway, carry on.
Yes, obviously, you know.
You were telling me about, you said that he messaged you, like, oh, who's driving the car?
Yeah. And obviously it was, you know, Amy. So I'm like, right, okay. Yeah, you know, if recording her driving, she's like, hey, nice to see you. You know, just like, I've got literally nothing to hide. So I'm just going to show him that it's a female driving the car.
Would you let him go through your phone?
Yeah.
Good.
Even earlier, I was doing the whole screen sharing thing with
Aw.
him because he's helping me move. So
Yeah, that's cute.
yeah, he's very sweet. Like, I've never had that kind of respect towards me by a male. Like, it's weird. It's like alien to me because, like,
That's good. I'm glad you found that.
you know, he communicates. He makes sure I'm like okay. He's like, call me when you get back home. Make sure you get safe. Like I get home safe. Like, literally, like, yeah. I don't know. He's different.
What is something you are working on to have a better relationship for yourself?
Hope you really enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode where that clip is from, then I want you to click right here where you can watch the full episode. And if you're ready to claim your man today, enroll in my program below, and I'll see you there. Wishing you an amazing day.